Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the Saturday's episode of Shagalinku TV. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, and we're streaming on three destinations. The first one is Shagalinku TV Facebook page, and also Shagalinku TV YouTube page, and then my personal page, Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari. Do also like our page, all our social media handles. It's at Shagalinku TV on Twitter, Instagram, and all of that. Okay, so we're still basking in the euphoria of the International Women's Day that was held on the 8th of March 2022. And the hashtag break the bias has been going on. And we decided to continue in that spirit. I had a guest, or I had two guests on Wednesday to also join in commemorating the International Women's Day. And I had Chifo Benyalo from Dublin, Ireland, and Miss Salome from Nairobi, Kenya. And we talked about how we can break these biases. We actually analyzed the biases from home front, from the society, and also looking at climate change and what effects it had on women, especially with their menstrual cycle and all of that. So today we're continuing in the International Women's Celebration, because the month of March is actually the International Women's Month. And so we're looking at women empowerment and what we can do to leverage on opportunities available for women right now, and while we explore other new ones. Today I have with me, I call her my sister from another mother. She'll be joining us to do the program today, and she's our special guest for today. She's Dr. Neena Richie, a woman of many parts, but just restricting it today to film producer, a philanthropist, a businesswoman, and a consultant, a life coach, and so many more. Well, I'll bring her in to introduce herself and add some more that I forgot to mention, and then we'll take it up from there and talk about women empowerment. Let me also say here that the videos will be here even after the show, so you can share with your friends and loved ones and colleagues, and then you can also make your input. But for now, let me welcome my guest, and then she'll talk more to us. Hi, Dr. Neena. Good to have you on the show.
Hi, good afternoon. How is everyone in
Uh,
Nigeria?
Everyone is fine, and Africa greets you. How is everything with you, ma'am?
Everything's great in the United Kingdom. Uh, everything's brilliant. Everything's
Okay.
going back to normal now.
Yeah, we're living the new norm, post
Of course.
COVID-19 and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me start by asking again. We continuously have new viewers, so I'd like you to introduce yourself more for us, and then we'll take on our discussion of women empowerment and the International Women's Month. Hello, ma.
Hello.
Yeah, I'd like you to tell
Yeah,
us
we go.
more about yourself for our first-time viewers.
Um, I am a film producer. Obviously, you've introduced me as a film producer, as well as I do women empowerment. I've been supporting women for about 25 years now in domestic violence, women and youth. Uh, and we did one movie called Unwanted Bride, regards to women domestically abused. So yes, I do many things. I've been doing charity since I was 15 years old, saving my pocket money, and I still do it. I think it's in my DNA to give uh, who needs support. So this is what I've been doing. No, I really do not like to talk about too much about myself.
I understand. Yeah, but I just wanted our viewers to just have a tidbit of
Yeah.
about you. Okay, so let's come back to the celebration going on every year. March, the month of March is seen as International Women's Month all through March. Last year was the same, and here we are today. So, as a woman and someone who's a business consultant who helps women build their business, What are your worries in some of this every time we do International Women's Day? Do you think we're getting it right? Do you think women are being empowered to move to the next level? What comes to your mind every year in March when we do the International Women's Month?
Uh, with this is very difficult because it's not just about Women's Day on March that we have to empower. We need to empower women throughout the year uh, that need support, and many women out there that need empowering. Many women out there need support. But what a lot of women would find, the hurdles that they would have is not many women, maybe just say 10% of women who would not support other women to come forward, you know, to establish themselves. There are many, 90% of women that would support. So that 10% we need to target, that women who would not want other women to succeed. So as well as men. So that gap of that 10% needs to be looked at, where women are still being targeted in the sense that they're not getting as much support as they need.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Let's come to the hashtag break the bias. Every time I talk to women and I ask that every year we do or we look forward to the next International Women's Month. And I'm happy you talked about that. It's not just in the month of March that people should empower women or celebrate women and all of that. Let's come back to breaking the bias. Do you think women are underrated? They are underappreciated. Women do a whole lot. Women do sacrifices, whether as a mother, a sister, and all of that. How do we begin to break this? How do we even understand and recognize these biases before we even think about breaking them?
See, we need support from men, men like yourselves and other organization. Let me just bring the organization like Dr. Kamat from Aspomoda, which he's introducing many women in his organization, as well as Dr. Salim, Dr. Um, Isam from League of Arab. They are all bringing women to support women in the work that they need, the women need to do. So, I mean, I'm blessed that I'm part of this organization, that they're supporting this type of women who needs to prosper, whether it's in charity or whether it's in education. So these are the type of, we need more and more men to get involved in supporting women. And there are a lot of organizations that are supporting. Obviously, yourself and your organization is brilliant, which supports many young youth, women, and men. And with those, you support them. So bravo to all the men who are supporting, but we need more and more men to come on board who are business oriented, who are entrepreneurs that bring women into your entrepreneurship, bring women into your businesses, help them, and that will achieve. I think that will really support them, especially the young
Okay.
girls that need supporting. You know.
True, true. Yeah, you talked about the young girls now, and I'm looking at if we must break biases, we must begin to empower the young girls. If women or older women have made mistakes with their generation or personally, we can correct the wrongs when we empower the young girls all over the world to become the new norm, like you said, of what we need to see. What's the place of tutoring and mentoring young girls? Because I know you do a lot of that. In your work in mentoring and tutoring young girls, what are some of the challenges and what are some of the things you've seen that you think we can begin to do differently to break the bias?
One major effect is a lot of mothers, as I say, or older generation, think that the children, the girls, need to cook, clean, and learn domestically. Yes, they do, because but they think that okay, when you get married, you need to go to your husband and you need to do this. No, that needs to be changed. That actually needs to be changed. Women are not cleaners or cooks or maids. women are there to, yes, they support husbands, or they need to, but they don't just need to be there just for cleaning and cooking. That there are also women who education is very important in that, where they need to have business, they can have stand on their own with business, they can support their husband in business, so they need to be educated in that level. So that stigma where they say women has to be in the kitchen, women has to learn to cook or clean, or woman has to look after children. Yes, women do need to look after children as well as men has to look after, because this part of men's job as well as women's job. So that needs to be really sort of thought through. And mothers need to say, okay, we need to educate girls as well. They're not just to be staying in the kitchen or domestically oriented. They're going to earn money. I see it in a sense. I say to a lot of girls or a lot of women that, say, for example, you're left on your own as a woman with two children, and your husband has left. How are you going to manage financially? So you need to educate yourself. You need to learn new skills so you can manage yourself. Go out there and get a job, or and support your children. So that needs to be. We really need to educate that into the future generation of girls as well as boys, because we need to teach boys to support the girls.
I totally agree with you. So, yes, in case you just joined us, this is the Saturday's edition of Shagalinku TV, and we have our guest, Dr. Neena Richie, a film producer, philanthropist, business consultant, and a whole lot from the United Kingdom. You can join us and drop your comments in the comment section. We're looking at women empowerment. How can women leverage on opportunities available while exploring new ones? Remember, when you go to our comment section, you need to grant approval for your messages to pop up on the screen. Now, Dr. Neena, I'd like you to talk more about women empowerment. What are some of the challenges that makes women not to get empowered? A lot of times you find husbands say that when they empower their wives become unruly or become talk to them anyhow. And then you find organizations that also help in empowering women. They say they later on find out that such organizations are fraudulent. Some people just have what they call portfolio offices. They come with very beautiful scenarios and all of that, and ask people to donate money to them. And then when you check later on, you find that they are scammers. So what are some of the challenges when it comes to empowering women and empowering people generally?
Well, I have been a victim of fraud twice. So let me just talk about myself at the moment. I find a lot of challenges. I started empowering one of the lady who came, wanted empowering. She's got a school called PIM School. I think our last program, when I discussed about this school that I'm supporting, central, the whole world was on lockdown, and I raised funds to send laptop and printers there. And obviously, she uh, gave me such a facade that she's poor and she's helping orphan children, educate them. But later found out that it's just like a nightmare actually. But that's not going to deter me not to help women. I spent 2 years helping her, educating her regards to the crime, the fraud we go through, and how the children need to be looked after. And she's a head teacher, essay, I think it's probably on the screen. And I got stories after stories until I got her sister. I spoken to her sister, and she opened my eyes. She said, "No, no, we have the way she's portrayed is she's poor. She lives in a shanty place. She doesn't have money for to feed her two girls. So I supported her because of the children, uh, and to sort of put her in the right direction, to take her out of the poverty, uh, and say she's a single woman, she's in poverty, she's this. So the story she came up with, I just felt really sorry for her as a woman, to help her. And I thought I must take her out of the poverty to help her and get those children. But when I found out about this lady, just recently, like 3 weeks ago, uh, she's been lying. And we've got a hashtag page where we expose fraud and uh, corruption, where every country has, I mean, United Kingdom lose over 100 billion pounds a year on fraud in businesses. I don't know how the figure in Nigeria, but this is the UK, and America is 50 trillion a year they lose in fraud in business transaction, women in businesses who have been duped by fraud. So this is all affecting. So I tried to teach her. I said, okay, I'm going to make you an admin in my page. Now you look after that page and see how we can sort of market you and see. So I was observing her, but obviously found out that she created 6 Facebook pages asking people for money, which I didn't even know until somebody messaged me. And one of the ladies uh, told me that she sent computer and books to her, and she would harass her brother, who's a disabled man, every day, calling him for money. I was quite shocked, and I thought, why is she asking money from people? And then one of the gentlemen in America, she was doing something for him. He's a cancer patient, and she was taking $100 a month from him. And the gentleman told me, he said, "Oh, I'm giving her. She's asking me for money because she's poor. She doesn't have anything, so I'm trying to help her, educate her to do a newsletter." So I said to her, "Why are you taking money from the cancer patient? You give, you help, you support, just the way I'm supporting you to get back on your feet. You support others." But when I found out, her sister told me that they've been giving her money. She's not poor. She's living in 4-bedroom apartment, who's partly owned by her sister, and the school is private, and it's not for orphanage. And so she basically put wool over my eyes and everybody else's eye. Um, I'm just shell shocked. I sent her money to give it to the poor. So I was trying to teach her that you give. So I sent her, I said, go and give food like rice, sugar, fruits to each bag. Do that and give it to the poor who are beggars. She kept the money. She sent me a video. Uh, and I said, Essay, this is just a video of the market. I don't see you handing out the food. So this is, she would keep the money. So she's been lying to many, many people. We have actually in the process of reporting her school and her for scamming people. She must have scammed many, many people. Uh, and I think we're going to speak to the Ministry of Education to investigate her school and herself. One of her daughter died because she from negligence, and her younger daughter, she was sick, so her sisters had to take her uh, because she was sick and feed her. And she sends me messages that, Ma, I don't have money for my child. I said, you get 40,000 naira a month. What are you doing with the money? And how about all these people that you're sniping? You're on the computer all the time. So I send her money for the laptop, the computer, so the phone, the internet, so she can look after the page. But she sniped all the money. So she's basically lying to everyone. And her sister had a go at her and told her off. So more and more people are coming to me, messaging me that she's been sniping money out of people. And I'm disheartened. Uh, and shell shocked, not only me, but quite a few people. She even asked one of the pastors for money, which I introduced her to. And I feel a bit shamed actually that I introduced such a character that I was trying to sort of teach her a lesson into come out of the poverty, to tell the truth, come out and to be a giver rather than a taker, how to do charity work. So I was training her to do all that, but she instead sniped me out of money, as well. So, but there is a saying, we can take a horse to a water, but we can't make it drink. So if it's in her DNA to snipe people and lie to people and take money, and she's not doing the job, I think her license should be taken away from her. She's not a tutor. If she can be a neglect to her own children, she can be neglected to the children that she's teaching. So that's all I'm going to say. The rest, we are in the process of putting a criminal uh, report to the police to investigate the situation and let them investigate and see what's going to happen. But it's a lesson to be learned. That's all I can say. But this is not going to deter me not to help other women or other men in Nigeria or anywhere else, because it's in my DNA to help people. So that's all.
Okay, so in case you just joined us, this is the Saturday's edition of Shagalinku, and I'm having a discussion with my guest, Dr. Neena Richie, all the way from the United Kingdom. And we're looking at women empowerment, and she's sharing her stories with us. If you're watching us right now, you can also share this video and you can drop your comments. This one is from Juliana, and she's shocked. Dr. Nina, she just said, a sad exclamation there. Yeah, I'm sure Juliana is so shocked hearing some of the things you've helped a woman, and she's not appreciative of that and all of that. I got another message here from Kelvin. Kelvin Sunday says, my favorite. Okay, thank you so much, Kelvin. I'll come back to you again, Dr. Nina. So, how can people be careful not to fall into some of all of this? Because, yes, it's a good thing to help out, it's a good thing to empower women. But then I hate to say this, but every time we talk about issues like this, we say women are, are are enemies of themselves. I mean,
Exactly, exactly.
this is a typical example. You had a good heart to help, and then look at what has happened. Quickly, and Dr. Nina, can you read this on the screen and then respond? It's from one of us, Juliana.
How can women leverage all opportunity available? I'm not getting any messages on my side. I think the internet is a bit slow. So could you kindly read it out, please? Hello?
There
Hello?
is there is one on the screen from Juliana. If you could see it on the screen, you can read and
Uh,
respond.
no, I can't see anything on my screen. That's why, because it's not
Oh,
coming,
yeah.
because the internet is quite slow.
Oh, okay. So from here, let me read it out, then you respond. It's from
Mhm.
Juliana Emotun. It says, my DNA is helping people, more grace. I think she's commending you about what you did in helping the woman with the school in Lagos. So I'm going to ask again, Dr. Nina. So moving forward, what do we do? How can people be more careful when they empower? Like I said, I hate to say this word, but issues and scenarios like the one you just been through is what a lot of people and a lot of men will say women are women's enemy. What do you have to say about that?
That is true. Women are women's enemy. I mean, she didn't just do. She even took 140 people out of deleted 140 people out of our hashtag page when I gave her the opportunity to prosper, and this is what she did, and this is how she repaid me. I'm just. I mean, this is women are women is enemy. I was going to help her build a school. I was going to send container of clothes and shoes for the children. That's not going to happen anymore. She lost out the opportunity of prospering herself. She degraded the school. She degraded the actual her school as well as herself, and she's hiding now. And I just feel sorry for her daughter. I helped because of the children, and uh, uh, this is not the way to behave. I try to teach her etiquette. She comes from a good family. Her sisters, one is a nurse, one is they're highly educated, and this woman has done this, and it is quite sad. Women are women's own energy. I mean enemy, but they need to learn. A lot of women need to go really, really learn. Need to learn. I was told not to help, but I was warned. not to support, but I don't believe in other people. I believe in what my spirit tells me, or how Holy Spirit tells me to do, and I'll do it as I can and help people. But this is not going to uh, determine me not to help any woman. I will help. Uh, they've got their own karma. That's her destiny. My destiny is to help, and I'm a prophetess as well as a healer. And uh, thank God that God gave me a gift, and I was born with the gift. So whenever Holy Spirit tells me to help someone, I will help. I've done my job. It's up to them, how they behave and how they carry that. It's their karma. My karma is good, and I always say, um, when we die, we have a book of life, what good we've done and what bad we've done. So everything is written. And as long as I do good and I help people, I'm okay. I'm in the good books. As long as I don't do anything bad to anyone or hurt anybody's
Yeah.
feelings or do harm anyone or lie to, because it's not in my DNA to lie or put wool over people's eye, or it just isn't. I can't do it. I can't do
Mm.
it. But it's my job to try and bring those women who do wrong into a good arena where to stop them doing that, because that gives a bad reputation to women like me and other women who are doing good on this planet. Um, so some of these women who do bad need to learn. It's her karma. She lost out, basically.
Yeah.
She could have made a name internationally. She could have been a great woman if she learned and not to snipe money, to be greedy and fraudulent against other people. It
Yeah.
gives, to be honest, it gives a bad reputation to Nigerian people. uh, it's the name of Nigerian people. It's quite sad. There are
And there are very
remarkable,
good
yeah, yeah, there are,
people in Nigeria. Yeah.
of course,
Many good
remarkable,
organizations doing well.
of course, there are remarkable Nigerian men and women are doing a remarkable job, and they're highly educated. And we have certain percentage of women who destroy the names of others, which is bad. Which I try to help, but obviously, what can I do? It's out of my hand now. That's her destiny. She lost out, and she's gonna probably end up losing her school and her face, uh, just for sake of earning a little bit of money. What is she doing with all those laptops and printers that she's asking? Is she selling them? Is she feeding those people that we give the money to? So she's keeping, where is that money going? Uh, it's
Yeah.
quite sad, but
I
that's
read.
not going to deter me. I will help every woman and every man out there. This is the second time I've been defrauded. I'm already fighting a case against Mr. Sharma, Sri Sharma, who defrauded me. With the bank interest, he owes me £1 million, and that was a business transaction. Uh, but and this is the second one. But that is not going to deter me not to help. I will still help and support and still do business. But we do get it. We have to learn. This is a life lesson learned, um, and that's all we can say.
Okay, let me read this message here so you can also respond. Is from Juliana a second time around. It says, I feel there should be proper investigation, training, and letting them understand your vision. What do you have to say?
I did train. I did give them my vision for last 2 years. I have been giving them training for last 2 years. I've been training. Trust me, I've been training her. Phone calls after phone calls. I sent her money to buy a phone, internet. I trained her really well. But as I said once again, you can take a horse to a water, and if that horse doesn't want to drink the water, he just won't drink it. If it's in her DNA to snipe people and lie to people, no matter how much money we invest in that person, they're still going to do it because that's what it is. I hope this radio station and the police investigation that will deter her and change her ways. I just hope it does, because I've been warning her for last 2 years. Her sisters have been warning her. She's sniping money out of her brothers and sisters. She's lying to them. She lied to me. She lied to a lot of people. So basically, she's doing that to that's her profession. That's all I can say. So we have given her training. We have been warning her. We have been doing as much as training as we can give her. But it goes in one ear, comes out of the other.
Okay. So as we wrap up, what will be a word of advice to people and women, particularly for empowerment issues? Because this is just one of the issue. There are 1,001 people, organizations who must have had bitter experiences trying to empower not just women, but people across the globe. And when issues like this come up, they tend not to want to do more. So, what would be your advice to recipients when someone gets helped? The onus lies on them to prove that they are grateful and that the source where such empowerment comes from is not taken for granted, because I can imagine you having the opportunity to say all of this. There are other people who get duped or who want to help and they find out that they've been tricked. They just get discouraged and say, okay, you know what? So subsequently, when others come, they don't help out. And people keep complaining that XYZ is either stingy or wicked or doesn't want to help. What will you be telling people that when they get help, they should appreciate such helps and utilize such opportunities? What's your word of advice?
That what I'm going to say is don't deter yourself not to help just because somebody has defrauded you. I mean, yes, I'm just going to give my example, how I felt. I can't discuss about other people, how they feel, because everybody's individual. Everybody's thought process is different. How I felt, yes, I felt hurt that I gave my time and energy for 2 years to this lady, and she did not appreciate. I don't want appreciation. All I wanted is that she learned something from it. 2 years of my time, 2 years of what I have put into her, that she learned even 10% of something, but obviously she hasn't. So I felt, have I done something wrong that have I done something wrong that she didn't learn, or is it she just defrauding people? So when I spoken to her sister herself, she said, Dr. Nina, you've been great. And even she, great what she's so lucky to have you. But it's her, he's her character. She's always been like that. So it's her character. I mean, I will ask women to appreciate and please, if women don't want to help other women because they feel that they've been defrauded, please don't feel that. Uh, Try and help, because you one day you will realize same person will change somehow. If you couldn't do it, then somehow some scenario will come into their life that will make them change automatically. So please help those women. We all need support, and those women who feel that other women are stingy, they don't want to help, they don't want, they don't, maybe because they've been sniped or maybe some scenarios has happened to them. So do not feel that, because the right person will come at the right time to help and prosper. So kudos to all the women. Uh, you are great. We are great as women, and thank you to all the men who are supporting women. Uh, we all need you. We need men to help us and support us. And it's not just about women empowerment, it's about men empowerment too, because men need empowering. Uh, as they say, every successful man, there is a woman standing next to him. So there, every successful woman, there is a man standing next to her as well. So yeah, please don't deter yourself. And best of luck to every single woman out there. You are great. And empower yourself every day and say you're beautiful, you're great, and you can do it. Put your mind to it, focus, and have God in your life. Because if you got God in your life, you will succeed. Trust me, you will. So have faith in yourself and faith in God. Those two elements go hand in hand. Because with God, He will support you in every step you take. Because I'm the testament. That's all I'm going to say to that.
Okay, I got the message here. I'll quickly read it again and then you respond. Juliana, a third or fourth time around, is saying, I am a good Nigerian. I belong to an NGO into raising women, and we have made positive and great impact. Dr. Nina, I feel it should be a collective training, and the most illegible will be granted assistance. So sorry for the disappointment. Yeah, was sorry about that. So yes, as we wrap up, what will be your word to all women as we celebrate the International Women's Month?
Uh, all the women, you are strong. Uh, Successful women, you will build your own foundation, build foundation, and a lot of successful women are building their own foundation. Uh, and don't let anyone make you feel inferior without your consent, because you are within yourself strong. Uh, and keep succeeding, keep succeeding. Don't hinder or don't allow any situation to keep you disappointed. With You will have a lot of people will go against you. You'll have friends, family will deter you not to do something for your success, but focus on your goal and you will succeed.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. So finally, what would you like to, usually on the show here, we give our guests a minute or two to send their words of appreciation or the words of thank you to persons and organizations that have supported what they do, that have been there for them, and all of that. So who would you like to send your greetings to as we wrap up now?
I like to send my greetings to yourself because you yourself is doing a remarkable job, and I urge the listeners to support your organization, what your vision is, and what you're doing yourself. Uh, and you want to empower youth, you want on a mental health as well as widows. And I urge everyone to support you in your mission as you're struggling financially too. So I'll be one of your supporters. Will be supporting you because you definitely do need support. So yes, I like to say thank you to you for your support and all those women out there in Nigeria who have their own NGOs and are doing the job that they are doing and training people. Thank you so much for supporting vulnerable people, widows, and youth. And I like to say thank you to each and every one of them in Africa, all over the world.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Nina, for that. I want to thank everyone who joined us. Thank you so much, Juliana, as well. Thanks to everyone who joined us today. The videos will still be here, so you can watch later. You can even share with your friends and loved ones. Remember to like our YouTube page. There's Shagalinku TV, and click on the notification button so that whenever we come live on our show, you can also get a notification. I'll be live tomorrow on Vision FM 92.5 for my radio program that comes up. So for those of you who are just hearing this for the first time, every Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., I'm also doing a radio show on Vision FM 92.5. And we'll also do a special package of the International Women's Week, all of that. So yes, thanks to everyone who joined, and particularly thanks to
Uh,
Dr.
Thanks.
Nina.
I like
Yeah,
to say thank you to Juliana for her work that she's doing. Keep up with the good work, and may Lord give you more and more strength to you and Juliana and all those people in Africa. May Lord give them strength to do the job that they're doing, and they're doing a brilliant job. God bless you all.
amen. Amen. Yeah, thank you for that. So on this note, we'd like to close the show. Thanks to everyone who joined us. Let's do this again next week, God willing. My name is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, urging you all to have a beautiful and wonderful Saturday. Remember, touch a life and put smiles on someone's face. You never can tell, that just might help the person ease off some of the mental stress they are going through. Once again, God bless you all and have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Bye bye.